So you work really hard on your video, you did research on your title and thumbnails, you shot it to the best of your ability. You know, you did all the YouTube things. You hit the public button and you share it on your other social media. And a few days go by and nothing, maybe a few views here and there, but nothing like what you were actually expecting. So you start wondering, you know, am I wasting my time? Should I quit now? Is my content really providing any value? Well, as someone who has published my first video on YouTube in 2016, I wanted to go ahead and just give you some reasons on why I think you should keep creating. And this video will also, very selfishly, be a little bit of encouragement to myself. All right, so you're unique. There's no one else that is like you. There's no one else that has your experience, the things that you've gone through. And that in itself is something that's super special, especially on YouTube, where you can connect through your phone. You can connect with people all around the world. I can't tell you how many times I've actually been able to enhance my life based on some content that I consumed on YouTube. So I think that it's important that if you're creating, although you may not be getting the views that you would like, the fact that you can still touch one or two people and use your gifts and share that with the world, that to me in itself is a reason to keep creating even when the views are low. You never know who's watching, and I'll say that for me back in 2016 when I started my YouTube channel, it took me a minute to actually hit that publish button, and I'm glad that I did. Once I did, I was able to connect with some other content creators and I was able to connect with a few brands. I ended up going to CES, and that was like a bucket list item for me, a dream come true to go to CES and to meet up with a few other content creators. I also did a few deals and collaborations with brands, and that for me was just like unheard of, and it was just such a great opportunity. And it all happened because I decided to go ahead and hit that publish button after I created a video. In addition to that, I also have had opportunities professionally because people have actually watched me or observed me when I was working, and they thought that I was able to be an asset to their team, and I was offered opportunities because of that. So I just say that to say this is you never know who's watching, and always give 100%, try to do to the best of your abilities, and it could lead to many different opportunities. So another reason I think you should keep creating despite having low views is the fact that when you have low views, you can experiment a little bit more. A lot of YouTube is always telling you advice and tips that you have to stay inside of a box pretty much and stay inside of one niche, and you can't experiment and try out different things. I feel like if you don't have a lot of views on your videos, why not? What do you have to lose? You can try out some things, see what's working, what's not, and really get to learn your type of style and tweak it as much as you like. So that is definitely beneficial when being on YouTube and having a low view count. Just go ahead and experiment, have fun, and eventually your tribe, your real people out there that connect with you, they will find you. Just because the views are slow rolling in doesn't mean that the video can't take off at a later date. So for instance, there have been times since 2016 when I've created a video and I actually just really didn't want to hit that publish button, but I decided to go ahead and push through on quite a few of them, and to this day some of those videos are getting me some views, and some of them, you know, it's just so rewarding to see that I was able to help someone, you know, in that stage of my life where I was just very uncomfortable and I pushed through. So I'm just saying that, like, sometimes you just got to give it time, allow the video to, you know, run its course, and you never know, that video may end up being one of your top videos. Document the journey. I'm sure you've heard this 1,000 times, but if I'm honest with you, when I took a break from YouTube, one of the things that allowed me to push myself to come back was looking at the work that I created previously and wanting to continue to create even more work. For me, it's such an accomplishment. I am a very shy, introverted person, and being in front of the camera is just not something that I like. I actually don't like public speaking. I don't like any of those things, but for me to be pushing these videos out on YouTube and putting it out to the world, like, that is just such a big accomplishment for me. I'm still struggling with the public speaking part, but I think eventually I'll get up in front of a group of people and I'll be able to speak comfortably. But I think documenting the journey has made this just so worth it to me. I've been able to see, you know, how I started, where I had no editing experience, no experience with the camera, thumbnails, any of that stuff. And I've learned some of that stuff and I'm still learning, you know, as I continue to create, but it's been such a rewarding thing for me. So documenting the journey, even if you don't have anyone, you know, viewing your work, just something that you can go back and look at, like a body of work that you're proud of. I think that you'll be very happy to have something like that to go back and look at. So I hope this video has provided some encouragement to you to keep going, to keep pushing, even if those views are low. You don't just look at the numbers, look at the value that you're providing, look at the growth, look at everything that you're doing, especially if you're pushing yourself outside of your comfort zone and you're just learning new skills, you're having fun, you're creating, you're experimenting, you know, just keep going. You know what? I think you got this.